And question 7 says, a particle of charge q and mass m is subjected to an electric field E equal to E naught into 1 minus ax square in the x direction, where a and E naught are constants. Initially, the particle was at rest at x equal to 0. Other than the initial position, the kinetic energy of the particle becomes 0 when the distance of the particle from the origin is, and the 4 options are given. Clearly, the question combines the concepts of electrostatics, the force applied by an electric field, and kinematics. If you look at the expression for the acceleration of the particle, let's equate that to v dv by dx, and the expression for v dv by dx then is E naught q by m into 1 minus ax square, right? And we have to find the position at which the speed becomes 0 once again. It starts from rest, and after traveling some distance it again comes to rest. So with that, let's proceed. The expression for the acceleration is coming out as, v dv by dx. We choose this expression for the acceleration, and this is equal to E naught into q divided by m into 1 minus ax square. This is the equation that we have from the kinematics. So what do we get? We get v dv on the left hand side, and on the right hand side it is E naught q divided by m into 1 minus ax square into dx. Fine. Well, now here if we integrate both sides, E naught q by m, of course it's a constant term. Initial speed is 0, the final speed is also 0, so let's put it as 0 once again. Initial value of x is 0, and let's say that the final value of x, let's put it as capital X. So we have to solve for capital X. Now this is a pretty simple integration. After integrating this, this becomes x minus ax cubed by 3. And since it has to become equal to 0, so what we are getting is x minus ax cubed divided by 3 is equal to 0. And that gives us the value of x as root 3 by a. That means option 1 is correct. And I hope the solution is clear. And this one says a paramagnetic sample shows a net magnetization of 6 ampere per meter when it is placed in an external magnetic field of 0.4 Tesla at a temperature of 4 Kelvin. When the sample is placed in an external magnetic field of 0.3 Tesla at a temperature of 24 Kelvin, the magnetization will be. Well, the question is from the topic magnetism and matter, and this is about the magnetization of a paramagnetic material. The relevant concept here is that m equals Cb naught by T, okay? So m, the magnetization is equal to Cb naught by T, C being the Curie's constant, B naught is the external magnetic field, and T is the temperature in Kelvin. So in the first instance, the value of m is given as 6 ampere per meter, B naught is given as 0.4 Tesla, and temperature is 4 Kelvin. That means we can have an equation like this: 6 is equal to C, well, B naught is 0.4 Tesla, and the temperature initially is 4 Kelvin. So this is our first equation. In the second instance, let's say the magnetization has become m dash. So m dash is now C. What is the magnetic field now? It's 0.3 Tesla, that means 0.3, and the temperature has become 24 Kelvin. So with these two equations, we can easily get the value of m dash. We can divide equation 2 by equation 1, and we can get the value of m dash. The value of m dash on solving comes out as 0.75 ampere per meter, and that means option 2 is the correct option. And let's now go to question number 9. Question number 9 says, identify the operation performed by the circuit given below. And the 4 options are given. Well, we have all these logic gates. The question, of course, is from digital circuits, and in fact it's related to the logic gates. So we have A, B, C, 3 big inputs being given, and if we look at each of these gates, in fact they are behaving like a NOT gate. For example, if we put A as 1, we are going to get here as 0, and if we put A as 0, here we are going to get 1 as the output. Okay, so that means each of these, in fact all 4 of them, are individually behaving like a NOT gate. So if we look at the output here, this is going to be A bar. Similarly, output here is in fact B bar, and the output here is C bar, right? And if we call the output here as Z, then we can say that Z is in fact given as A bar plus B bar plus C bar, and of course the complement of this. That is what Z is. Now we can apply the De Morgan's law of Boolean algebra, and if we apply that, this Z is then coming out as equal to A into B into C. That clearly shows that this operation performed by the circuit is an AND operation, which means option 1 is correct for this particular question. And it's time now to go to question number 10.